Paramount to the Attlee-Truman discussions, 1 million people cram New York Central Park to hear the president outline America's stand on atomic power.
There has been talk about the atomic bomb. We must find the answer to the problems created by the release of atomic energy. Indeed, the highest hope of the American people is that world cooperation for peace will soon reach such a state of perfection that atomic methods of destruction can be definitely and effectively outlawed forever.
Осталось 10, 9, 8, 7, 1, 0. Нажатие кнопки, все спасибо ярчайшим.
Far beyond normal shipping routes they lie, and until 1952, only pearl fishing boats entered the blue waters and left the cliffs surrounding their shores.
Censored by the French authorities, but this picture is impressive evidence of the bomb.
The great result of the cooperation of education with research. This is another victory.
Emergency alert system capabilities.
This is an emergency action notification.
National Alert and Warning Authorities, in coordination with emergency alert system participants.
My fellow Americans, as you know, our attempts at preventing nuclear war have failed.
Finally, Mars has accepted my sacrifices and unleashes me.
I see you, enemy. I see you, enemy. Enemy! Enemy! You are my enemy! And I swear total resistance to you with everything I've got. Disingenuous, fake, false, broke back, twisted, a defiler, a betrayer, a backstabber, a devil! You will pay. Yeah, you think I don't see your face, scum? You don't think I don't see you? I see you, you understand me? I know what you think of me and my family. I see you right back. You understand that? You understand that? You will fall! You will not bring humanity down! God is going to destroy you!
Yo.
feel like I haven't seen my computer in weeks. I've even been home. I've been home for a week and I still haven't even sat here and done anything at it because I've been sick. But yeah, what's up? How you doing? I know it's been a minute. I've been gone. And you have not had a dope beat to step to. That's okay. We're going to fix that. But yeah, what's up, Salty? Definitely saw it. Watched it all. Watched them. The inauguration. The executive orders and action signing ceremony, I guess, that they did. So I didn't see much of that inauguration ball that they had towards the end there, where they come out in tux and they do the dance and all that. But yeah, pretty much watched everything that happened today. And that's it. That's it. We shall see what happens. I heard he already canceled the first, I guess, invasion of major cities for the deportation effort. Check. Wait, hold on one second. Like I said, I haven't been at this computer in fucking weeks. Oh. And also, I'm at the tail end of this fucking it's a hard flu or it's soft COVID. I can't tell, but I went from traveling for fucking 3 weeks and not getting sick once to going into one airport and coming home with something fucking bad, man. And I've just been in pain for the past week. Ever since, week. I came back last Sunday. I've literally just been in bed the whole time. It has fucking sucked. Where are we at here? Okay, there's that. But yeah, I have not done anything at this computer in weeks, so I gotta see where a lot of things. I don't know. Some updates happened, so. Yo, what's up, Game Boy? How you doing? Welcome in. I saw a Ron Paul meme the other day. I think I saved it for you. Let me see if I can find it here. Where's it at? And I was like, you know what, Game Boy, I like this one. They pardoned Fauci, right? They pardoned fucking Oddly Flattered. Oh, you'll like this one. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's right up fucking Game Boy's alley. Although I don't know I think I saw it on Instagram and I saved it. I don't know if it was Instagram or like Facebook or Twitter or something else, but I think it was Instagram. Let me see. And I have some good Aussie ones too. I found some Aussie ones and I was like, yeah, those are salties. So I got a couple in here. Let's see if I can find it. But I'm still fucking sick. Like I said, I mean, I've gotten through most of it. I was just fatigue, fever, cough, sore throat, the whole nine, man. And I just did nothing but chicken soup, Gatorade, and Advil, and sleep for a week straight. Now I'm at least to the point where I can walk around and I'm not in pain and I don't feel like collapsing. You know. Pardon all the crimes. Yeah, exactly. Pardon that, and also his family, his like siblings or something like that. I think too. Check. All right, just let me know. Let me know if my mic sounds annoying or if it's too loud or whatever. Where is it? Where is it? So much, man. I've been gone for a month because I was gone for 3 weeks, and then I just sat out for the past week. You know, I could have started streaming when I got back, but I just couldn't do it. There's no way. I was not presentable at all. So I've basically been gone for a month, essentially. Where are you? Oh, there you are, right there. Okay. Yeah, this one's for Game Boy.
Taxes and spending. You say that you would eliminate the IRS, the CIA, the Federal Reserve, the Department of Homeland Security, Medicare. I know that you used to want to end the FBI. I'm not sure whether you still support that idea, sir. Perhaps you can tell us. But if you get rid of the CIA, let alone the FBI, how would President Paul have any idea, any intelligence of what our enemies, foreign and domestic, are up to?
Well, you might ask a better question. Before 9/11, we were spending $40 billion a year, and the FBI was producing numerous information about people being trained on airplanes to fly them but not land them, and they totally ignored them. So it's the inefficiency of the bureaucracy that is the problem. So increasing this with the Department of Homeland Security and spending more money doesn't solve the problem. Yes, we have every right in the world to know something about intelligence gathering, but we have to have intelligent people interpreting this information. But, you know, just going for increasing presidential powers, as been discussed, is rather disturbing to me. This whole idea that we're supposed to sacrifice liberty for security, we were advised against that. Don't we remember that when you sacrifice liberty for security, you lose both? That's what's happening in this country today. We have a national ID card on our doorsteps. It's being...
Taxes and spending. You say that you would...
He's a boss. Yeah, I was a huge Ron Paul head back in the day, man. Huge Ron Paul head. Loved it. Had fucking t-shirts and bumper stickers and the whole nine, man. I had some Aussie ones there too. Let's see. He was quoting Ben Franklin. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh, yeah, some Aussie news.
Did you know that you're a greater chance of getting a protection visa in Australia if you owe money to a loan shark overseas? There's a legal firm that's put a list up on its website. These are the things that if you fall into any of these categories, you're a greater chance of convincing the Australian government that you need a protection visa. People owing money to loan sharks, people who've converted to another religion, people being forced by families to marry against their will, or people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. In fact, the legal firm says right now you have the best chance to succeed in your protection visa application if you're a genuine Indian LGBT living in Australia. They say on the website, and we've got a copy here, you've got to be quick. Not many people know about this opportunity offered by the Australian government. Well, the law firm's probably right about that. I'm sure most Australians don't know about it, but more do now. Did you...
That's crazy. You can fucking you could take money from a loan shark in another country and then come to Australia and claim asylum because you made a really bad decision. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Cameron Paul had somewhat more recently, 3 years ago, and I was getting into politics more heavily when he was really running. I was too young, and my parents were more neocons. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I was. When he was running, well, he was running a few times, but 2008. 2008, I was. I was 18, 2001. So I had 7 years of that. So I was like 25. I was in my mid-20s.
the straight argument you went to is, well, we defeated fascism. That's always the get out of jail card. You can't keep getting out of jail card. And actually, I do worry for the coronation.
In no sense is that a symbol of
you know what that is?
nationalism or
That's
racism.
just kind of ignorance to me, because you're waving it around, and I feel it's...
Don't start me.
On this interview, she says to him, why are you proud to be British?
Yeah.
His exact phrase was, because being British is good. I like fish and chips, cups of tea, going to work, and Stonehenge. Being English is not about being far right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Jake Farrell, Screen Rock Podcast, and we love being English. We love cup of tea, fish and chips, we go to work, and we like Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. I love the druidic pagan symbols and ritual.
I love it. Nationalism is back. Fucking Andrew Tate is like starting his own fucking party. Have you heard of this? The Bruv Party? Where's it at? Let me see. Yeah, what's up, Shang? How you doing? Yeah, I know. I've been gone for a bit. I was in New York for 2.5 weeks. I was only supposed to be there for a week, but my friends were more available, you know, after Christmas and everything, and I had some other things happening up there, so I was like, fuck it. I extended my trip once for another week, and then I extended my trip in New York for maybe another 3 or 4 days. And then, so I was in New York for like 2.5 weeks, and then I flew down to Florida to hang out with my family for a few days, and then I came back. All that time, met hundreds of people over the course of 3 weeks. Didn't get sick at all, and then I go to fucking Fort Lauderdale International Airport to fly back to Texas, and I caught fucking something, man. It's either I caught either like a hard flu or light COVID. I can't tell which it is, because I've had both, and they're both similar too. So it's hard to say, but either way, I mean, so I've been back for a week, but this whole week I've just been literally like incapacitated. I've been just laying down and Gatorade and chicken soup and Advil and sleep. Yeah, this was a rough week, man. I was hoping to like, you know, I was so energized after my trip. It was so good to see all these people I hadn't seen in such a long time. I had so much fun, and then I get back and I'm like just ready to kick ass. And then, you know, I wake up on Monday and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit warm. And as the day went on, it just got worse and worse. And I'm like, oh my God. Have you seen what happened to What If Altist? Yeah. So I heard he had kind of a burnout. I've basically been watching President Sunday's. President Sunday did a great job. I think President Sunday is the only person that actually went through the whole thing that I can tell. I'm sure some other people did, but I probably don't know who they are. But Sunday, like, Sunday made basically like a documentary about it. I don't understand. So the What If Alt Hist guy. Harmful Opinions, is it better? I'll check that out then. I've only seen Sundays, and so I will say that Sundays has been very comprehensive. So, but I know Harmful Opinions is good too. Although, is he in like some kind of lawsuit now or something? I don't know. I heard something happened with him. This is not a flex, but I almost met What If Alt Hist on election night. On election night, because my friends in Austin were having a big party. These are like big political people. That I mean that literally. Like, they work for senators and congressmen doing, media campaigns for them, basically. So they essentially run the media arms of elections for major politicians, Republicans. But I've known them since I lived in New York, so I've known them for like 10 years. And they moved to Austin. I'm in San Antonio. I drove up to Austin for their party, and say hello. It's packed inside, so I'm like, I go outside. They had a TV out there. Grab a beer, sit down, and I sit down, and I look to my left, and there's fucking What If Alt Hist right next to me. Rudyard, is that his name? Rudyard. I literally just sat down and I looked to my left, and there's What If Alt Hist right next to me. And he was talking to somebody, and I was going to introduce myself, but then he after he finished talking to that guy, he was like, okay, I got to go. I got to get out of here. Rudyard, yeah. So I sat next to What If Alt Hiss at a party for 20 minutes. I will say I haven't absorbed the entire What If Alt Hiss thing because I've been basically listening to it as I work, or if like I'm doing something else. So I don't know. The thing that I don't understand is like what made him so crazy all of a sudden. Did he start doing like fucking ayahuasca or peyote or something, or like what made the crash happen? He went from like seemingly pretty fucking understandable, I guess. I don't know if understandable is the right word, but I don't know, coherent, to just being fucking batshit fucking out there, man. I actually remember seeing you two recommend the first video I uploaded called The Story of Rudyard Kipling Part 1. It was like 3 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Sunday has a whole shebang of fucking What If Alt Hiss out there right now. So he seemed a little schizo to me, but yeah, apparently he did some ayahuasca 7 times in a short period of time. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, we wish him well. Oh man, I think it was a mental break mixed with some semi-hard drug. Yeah, it seems a mental breaks in it never hard, but then again, I'm not too great. Yeah, gotcha. It's been using on a Creighton. Yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, Sunday's been fucking nailing him on the Creighton. Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Oh, this was pretty Sigma. Apparently Barron Trump went up to fucking Joe Biden and said something to him that made Joe Biden like completely like wipe his shit-eating grin off his face. Check this out. He comes up to him. He says something to him right here. And then you just see fucking Biden's face just go from this fucking shit-eating grin to just kind of like to neutral, essentially. Dude, that kid is fucking Bruce Wayne and Patrick Bateman and fucking every Sigma figure out there combined into one. I wonder what the odds are of him being president one day. Look at him. Look at his face. He's got this sourpuss face on now. Fucking look at this Sigma guy. Emperor. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Amazing. But yeah, no, I missed a lot. I mean, I was still, so when I went to New York, I brought my work laptops with me. So I was working during the day, and then at night I would make plans with my friends. And I was staying with my old roommate. So, if I didn't have plans with my friends, I would link up with him after he works at Madison Square Garden at night. So we would like fucking go grab beers or something afterwards. But every night, it was nonstop, man. I didn't have a break at all. Except for New Year's Eve where I didn't go out. New Year's Eve, I was like, fuck this. It was pouring rain. I'm in New York City, right? You think you go to New York City, you might do something exciting on New Year's Eve, but I said, fuck that, man. I used to work near Times Square. So, that whole, the Times Square bullshit happens on 42nd and 7th Avenue. I worked on 39th and 7th Avenue. And every year, if I was working in the office on New Year's Eve, and I left the office, and I go down to 7th Avenue to get on the train, and I would look left, look north at fucking Times Square, and I would just see the shit show, and I'd be like, fuck that. I'm not going anywhere near that, man. So, New Year's Eve is the only day I didn't do anything. But I mean, I was obviously like, just doing what I normally do in terms of like just plugging into YouTube all day, which is what I basically do anyway. Here's another Aussie thing.
Well, there's really only one Australian accent, and you can just sort of rev it up or down. The Australian accent's on a spectrum. It goes all the way from 1 to racist. And you just sort of pick your spot, and then you make a personal decision whether or not you're going to say the word use. And that's your accent. Welcome, mate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't meet someone and go, oh, I can tell you're obviously from Perth. We don't really have that. Like, I was hanging out with this guy from Brisbane the other week. I didn't even know he was from Queensland until he kicked this black guy. I'll tell you this, they laughed a lot harder in Brisbane. Might have been for the wrong reasons. They were high-fiving and shit. I don't know, dude. It made me uncomfortable. I thought, am I killing or did I just start a rally? You know, like... Well, there's really...
Hey, what's up, Mida? See Elon hit the mustache man salute? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had that in here somewhere. But yeah, that's the shot heard around the world today. Oh, the Bruv Party. The Bruv Party. So this is Andrew Tate. I think I have a few clips of this. So Andrew Tate starting the Bruv Party. So.
I'm being absolutely serious. We're going to launch officially the Bruv political party. Britain restoring underlying values, and I will be aiming to be prime minister to fix the mess. And I want to make something clear, especially the political establishment. You are corrupt and you have failed people generationally. It's absolutely disgusting what has happened to that country, and it seems that nobody is interested in doing the things which must be done to fix it. I am being absolutely serious. We're going to...
They are... going nuts with this.
We will command thousands of votes. Did you know if every single young man in England got out and voted, and they are the only people who voted for our party, we'd win 12 seats in the election? It's enough for me. It's going to force the parties to speak about the issues that people in England actually care about. And the voter base that we command is going to be substantially important to the future of the country. We will command thousands.
What timeline are we living in, bro? What timeline is this, man? What? Bring me back to this timeline, all right? Bring me back to this. All right. Bring me back, bro. Bring me back. Oh. That's such a good song. Oh my god. He's back. I'm kinda back. What's up, bud? How you doing? After every Legacy show, we get increasingly more and more conservative. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Andrew Tate was born in Washington, D.C., moves to Romania, becomes a men's rights activist and sex trafficker, and then starts his own political party in Great Britain. Yeah, no, was he born in D.C.? I know he grew up in Leeds, I want to say. Is an American and British social media person. Blah, 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 blah. Early life. Gotta love that early life section. Walter Reed. He was born at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Okay. Yeah, in D.C. His his white English mother, Eileen Tate, worked as a catering assistant. He has a younger brother. He was raised in Chicago. In 1997, his parents divorced, and his mother took him and his brother to Luton. Not Leeds, sorry, Luton. That's right, Luton. Yeah. So I don't know if I don't know what the rules are over there for becoming prime minister if you have to have been born there. I don't know if it's like the same way we have, the presidency here, but should have come back with a rebrand. I haven't had time. I would have done that this week if I had not been fucking completely bedridden. I've been back for a week, and I would have totally taken this week to, now that I don't have any school, to absolutely rebrand, but I didn't want to do anything. In fact, like last night I got on and I started setting everything up, and I got halfway through setting everything up, and I'm looking through videos that I'm going to want to watch, and at some point I was just like, I don't even want to do this right now. And I just shut everything down and I just went to bed. I've just been so fucking out of it, man. Today's the first day where I feel somewhat normal. So we'll see, but I don't know. The rebrand is upon us. Like I said, it's not gonna be it's not life changing. It's just gonna be just to keep the old account in line, so to speak. So I'm not getting. I just don't want to get smug bugged. Smugbug got his shit kicked in back in the day with his IP claim on his little character that he used. Shinedown's version of Simple Man is better. Oh, did they do one? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a good version. I do remember this, yeah. I don't know if it's better than the original, though. I don't know if it's better than fucking Skinner.
Mama told me
But this is good. This is very good.
when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some.
Yeah, what up, Wampa? How you doing? URC equals F? Sure. Why not?
Sunny day.
Yeah, no, he's a great voice. Yeah. Oh, nuts.
Or take your time. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come, and they will pass. You'll find a woman, and you'll find love. And don't forget that there is a someone up above. And be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Get your lust from the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. me, son, if you can. Oh, don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart and nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? So baby, be a simple man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can?
I mean, it's a great rendition. I don't know if it's better than the original. It's hard, you know. There's some songs that I think the renditions of are better. That one though, I don't know. I'd have to sit with that for a minute. You are so fine, thank you. How you doing, Wampa? What's going on? Just seconded that. Yeah, the way he hits those notes, yeah, great voice. There's another Aussie John.
There was all these people crowded around this cave area, and I said to this guy, I said, "Oh, what's going on in there?" And he looked at me and said, "Oh, there's a bear in there."
This one I didn't get. Maybe this is an inside Aussie joke.
Now, you know exactly what I said. I looked at this guy right in the face. I'm a grown man, and I went, "And a chair as well." And he looked at me like I was a lunatic. Like, what kind of shit did...
Yeah, I thought that it was, because I think that we had something similar here. Play School? Yeah, I think we had something similar here.
Detective does he think I am? Oh, there's a bear in there? Right. Is there a chair as well? I've seen this before. It's most likely people with games and stories to tell. Open wide. Come inside. It's Play School.
Yeah. No, I think our version of so Play School, I think for us is called Reading Rainbow. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. I don't know if there was anything about bears and chairs in that song, but I think that's probably what it's like, the American equivalent. Oh, this one's for you, Wampa. Look at this guy. This is for Wampa right here.
Oh, I understand it now. That's a snipe. Hockey stick man, 16-footer, one-timers. What else you guys want to see?
Bro, that's so nice.
Oh, I understand it now.
A 16-foot stick. Oh, man.
One of the questions I get from a lot of people, I have a nephew, I have a brother.
No, that's more stuff that is like the Bruv Party.
And I am pissed off that slack-jawed liberal leftist didn't like me wearing a mask, so he had his dog bite me on the arm. And they're so delusional. When I punched that dog in the head a couple times, that dog thought it bit me. I said, "I got you." When I cracked that dog's head in, that guy looked at me and said, "My dog, you hit my dog." I'm like, "Yeah, it ain't a one-way street, you son of a bitch. You're lucky I didn't kill your dog." That's what I told him. You think I'm a doormat for you to piss on, you little rat? You little piece of crap! And I am
this. I'm being absolutely serious. I'm a wealthy person with 50 years of life left. The chance of me being prime minister sometime before I die, considering I was the most Googled man alive, is actually very high. This is not a game. And if you think back to the legacy of Andrew Tate since when you first heard of me, have I ever lost? The Matrix attacked us in one of the most corrupt countries in the world. They deleted me from everything, expecting me to go away. They took all of my money away. They've done everything they possibly could. Have the Tates ever failed? Or have we always somehow ended up on top? I'm being absolutely serious.
Don't know. I just don't know.
They see it as a they can, and unless we grow a backbone and start laying down the line and making it clear, if you don't love England, you shouldn't be there. You could be any skin color, you could be any religion, but you better love this place. You want to come to our country, intend on robbing everybody you can, disrespect the natives, disrespect the law enforcement. These people will you. We need to lay lines. When I'm in charge of Great Britain, anybody who's disrespecting our flag is instantly and permanently deported. They see it as a they can, and unless we grow a
it's so fucking nuts, dude.
Backbone and start laying down the line and making it clear, if you don't love England, you shouldn't be there. You could be any skin color, you could be any religion, but you better love this place. You want to come to our country, intend on robbing everybody you can, disrespect the natives, disrespect the law enforcement. These people will you. We need to lay lines. When I'm in charge of Great Britain, anybody who's disrespecting our flag is instantly and permanently deported. They see.
Why does Andrew Tate look like his face is edited onto his head? Yeah, right.
I've been called racist a lot, and only exclusively by young white women. And they call me that a lot. I have learned, though, through the years, white guys, write this down. If somebody calls you a racist and you're not, just know that you're not and walk away. Don't defend yourself. It never sounds great. You're trying to say the right things, but you're panicking, man. Someone just called you racist, so you start firing out, and it's just... I've never had a good one. It's, oh, you're racist. I'm like, what? I high-fived the black yesterday. What? I trust a Chinaman with my clothing? Like, you're fucking racist. Racist? That's a whole different thing. That's trying to get people all charged up about shit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get people all fucking... I'm trying to make people laugh together, you know what I mean? I would be as confused as anybody if I did a racial joke and the crowd didn't laugh and instead did this. I'm like, no, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? He's right. No, this guy's right. We need to take back the streets. Like, no, what are you guys? Stop. I've been...
I'm the future Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I have launched a political party called BRUV, Britain Restoring Underlying Values. I was sitting around talking with Tristan how none of the parties can be trusted at 4 p.m. And by 8 p.m., I had a manifesto, I changed my Twitter, I had a website, I had 100,000 sign-ups, I've got 67,000 followers on Twitter relaunched yesterday. I've been contacted by every major news outlet in the world. I have large campaign donors promising me millions and millions of dollars, and everybody's asking me in which constituency I'm going to run. The chance of me becoming Prime Minister is now at 100%. The ifs are gone. We live in the land of when. I'm the future prime...
Oh, man. I'm going to have 25,000 secret cops.
My plan is to put 25,000 plainclothes officers in London alone. Big, strong men in plain clothes walking the streets day and night. You want to rob someone? You better pray it's not one of them. If they see a robbery taking place, they are obliged to use deadly force. Once 8 or 9 of these scumbags have caught lead, this garbage ends and our city is restored. I promise you, I will take London back. My plan is to put 25...
Oh, man. Gotta love his enthusiasm, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that was so much. Yeah, Elon fucking brought the whole grooming gangs discourse back into action. Oh, man. The European mind cannot comprehend this guy. There's no way.
Willie? Yeah? Look right here now. We got this in the mail probably about a couple of weeks ago, whatever. I've been holding it for a special occasion to bring over here and show you. This right here is something really blew my mind in that box right there. I can't believe that somebody sent us this. Open that box right there and look in that box. It's
Make America Great Again.
Yeah, but it's signed by Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
What do you think about that, Willie?
Hell, I love it.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's got a, look in there. Koozie from Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, look at that. Hey, you can't beat this.
To get something from any president is an honor, right, Willie?
Right, but especially Donald Trump. He's going to be one of the greatest presidents of all time.
Hey, that's unbelievable to me, Willie.
It is. I mean, hey, I'm going to enjoy this.
Hey, ain't no doubt about it. That right there is awesome, ain't it?
That's awesome.
It's what I said. Make America great, make everything great.
Make everything great, and I'm probably going to frame it.
We're going to frame that for sure. Roll Tide?
Roll Tide, roll. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide and Donald Trump.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Willie.
Oh man, the European mind cannot comprehend anything involving Alabama. That is for sure. Oh man.
I'm a guy that takes depressants, not pills, alcohol, because I can't handle the truth. And I know that's the issue. I can't handle how alive I am right now in the fight against these tyrants. And how hard I'm going to push to go after them because I'm so full of life and so full of resistance to these murdering pedophiles that want to get in the way of God's plan. And let me tell you, I've been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You have not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. But I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guy's got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man. I'm a guy that takes depressants, not pills, alcohol. The Roman emperors were always so crazy. Most of them had syphilis. Which you'll never defeat the human spirit. You'll never defeat God. You'll never win. Never.
This one's good.
Trans exclusionary radical feminists, TERFs.
Yes.
My issue with them is that they're so preoccupied with pushing forward the female agenda while refusing to accept trans women as women that it distracts them from much bigger concerns.
Such as?
Well, they're so busy arguing with each other, it's distracting from more important things like keeping the house clean or making a nice chocolate cake.
But don't you think that'll be considered quite a sexist viewpoint?
Probably, yeah, but inclusive sexism is still more progressive than exclusionary feminism.
I see.
Trans...
What did he say? What was it? Inclusive sexism? No. Inclusive sexism is way more progressive than exclusive feminism, or whatever it was.
Exclusionary...
That was great. A great line at the end. I love
radical feminists, TERFs.
Yes.
My issue with them is that they're so preoccupied with pushing forward the female agenda while refusing to accept trans women as women that it distracts them from much bigger concerns.
Such as?
Well, they're so busy arguing with each other, it's distracting from more important things like keeping the house clean or making a nice chocolate cake.
But don't you think that'll be considered quite a sexist viewpoint?
Probably, yeah, but inclusive sexism is still more progressive than exclusionary feminism.
I see.
That's so good. Oh man, I love that one. That one was really good. There's so much here. Put this away for a minute. I think we've seen in I got plenty of the old Instagrams. Maybe something will pop up from memory. As we roll through here, oh man, you ever hear of Goob? No, what's Goob? This would be a Goob video. What's Goob? Does that have something to do with Something to do with Alabama.
Excuse me, Mrs. Williams. You forgot to assign the homework.
I'm sorry, I crossed the line. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. Gareth, you have been picking on Theodore all week. Go to the principal's office.
Do you think this is funny? Do you think this is a game? Look at you sitting there, apathetic and unperturbed. Do you have any idea how far the superintendent is up my ass? What am I supposed to tell him, huh? That we've had to mop up 5 different students on 3 separate occasions? Do you have any idea how expensive janitors are?
The recent outbreak of Wild West shootouts has nothing to do with this situation. Do not rope me in with them.
Judging by your behavior, Gareth, is it safe to assume your parents are dirt poor?
Yes.
See, that's a problem, because every program we have for kids like you is for non-dirt poor families. There's pretty much only one option left for you. How would you like to spend your summer break working as a United Nations peacekeeper?
I wouldn't.
Good, so we're on the same page then. You're going to refrain from any behavioral mishaps for the remainder of the year, right?
4 months later. When I first got here, I thought, there's no way I'm going to survive trying to shoot back at adults, but it's mostly been people my age.
Excuse me, Mrs. Williams. You forgot to assign the home.
Awesome. Whatever, yeah. Whatever happened to that guy that you showed me on Twitter that did that weird series of like it being like the aliens and the end of the world, and we were watching that video that one night, and it was just like him taking us through this journey. What's up, Serenade? How you doing? Welcome in. The Y-Files, yeah, man. So whatever. Did that ever kick off again, or? Oh, really? Getting on watch list. Okay. Nice. Very cool. So apparently Mr. Bonnell's got himself in a bit of trouble recently. So Destiny's getting sued. Has anybody heard about this whole thing? No, what's up, Nader? Oh, I had one for Nader, too. Yeah. Where was it? Let's see. I had a video I saw the other day. I was like, yeah, that's all Nader. Where is it?
Oh, Toby Rogers, welcome to Dark Horse.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this one's for Nader.
3,900 rounds a minute. That's going to go quick.
Good hot.
There it is. That's down 3. And at 3,900 rounds.
Dude, I used to hear these motherfuckers every night at Fort Leonard Wood, man. I basically lived at Fort Leonard Wood for a year. I did basic twice because I got injured, right? So I did basic twice, then I did AIT, and then I said I'm never coming back to this place ever again. And then sure enough, within a few months, I was already back there for fucking urban search and rescue school. But every night they would do fucking A-10 training somewhere in the greater Fort Leonard Wood area. And you would just hear these fuckers go off all night, dude.
It's a minute. It's going to go quick.
Good hot.
There it is. That's down 3.
Dude, you hear that coming? You're dead. If you hear that coming, you are not going to live after that. Oh my god. But yeah, apparently Mr. Bonnell here has got himself in a bit of a pickle. You said you don't think anything's gonna happen with it? I don't think anything will come of it. Why do you say that, Mino? You don't care, Comey. You only hear the A-10 if you're not the intended target. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Sunday did like a little 20-minute spiel about this whole thing here. I wanted to check it out. But apparently he's getting sued for all these fucking leaks that he's been going through.
I'm going to tell you a story about a man. It's a story that has been replicated over and over and over in government, in show business, in business boardrooms, restaurant franchises. This time, it's about a man with a small social media empire on YouTube. A man who uses his clout and his fame to lure mentally and financially vulnerable women from his community into sexual encounters which he records and then, without their consent, shares with others. It's about how that man developed such a stranglehold over his community that no one, no matter how disgusted they are, will dare call him out for this, even when it becomes public knowledge. And most importantly, this is a story about power, and of how normal human feelings can be contorted to serve a machine to make a man immune to the effects of the abuse he has inflicted on an astonishing number of people. Stephen Bennell II, or as he's known online, Destiny, is a highly successful political streamer and content creator who has garnered infamy not just for public outbursts and controversial political positions, but also for an impressive number of public threats, sexual scandals, and even outright criminal actions. This recently culminated on November 29th of 2024, when an anonymous Discord and Kiwi Farms user going by the name Solo Leaks published a large repository of private messages and pornographic images and videos of Destiny with various men and women to Discord and Kiwi Farms, recordings that Destiny had shared to strangers without the consent of the people in them. It's important to note that this is not the first time that Destiny has been the subject of a large sexual scandal involving non-consensually leaked intimate material. All the way back in 2012, Destiny was caught up in a scandal involving a competitive StarCraft 2 player called Blue T, who had tweeted out a photo of his genitals. This was in retaliation for Destiny previously leaking nude images of her to his friends on Skype, wherein he laughed at how, quote-unquote, fucking hideous her face was compared to her, quote-unquote, beautiful body. In 2021, Destiny had a romantic entanglement with a YouTube streamer named Anna Voir. Anna would go on to become known for insisting, often tearfully, that she was actually in a long-term romantic relationship with Destiny, which Destiny denied, painting her as crazy to his audience. It was later revealed that in fact, while Destiny was insisting to his audience that Anna was insane, he was actually sexting her the entire time and referring to her with terms such as princess in their conversations. Anna threatened to post these sexually charged texts to prove that she wasn't crazy and that this was all actually taking place. And in retaliation, Destiny threatened in public to leak her nude photos if she did so.
Like if you and I had like sexted or something or traded nudes and you were like, I'm gonna leak your nudes, and I go, fuck you, if you leak my nudes, I'm gonna leak your nudes. Is that like blackmail or is that like abusive? I disagree.
So do you think that leaking sexting and leaking nudes is proportional, or do you think it's a proportional response in the way that you're reacting to that?
I think it's about proportional. Because you're leaking like sexual material and shit from another person. Yeah, fuck it, I think it's proportional.
Destiny has also at least once admitted to accidentally sending homemade videos of him and his wife to people who his wife did not in advance approve of, in accordance with a previous agreement that he wouldn't.
Me and Melina had a conversation about, there were a few girls we talked to, it was like, oh cool, like we should record videos of like us fucking shit and send it to people, like it's fun. I kind of like have like my little archive of like Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls that I talked to past that I'd send stuff of like either me or me and Melina, and Melina talked to me and she was like, hey, if you're gonna send any videos to new girls that we haven't talked about, like let me know that first. Because she wanted to be careful. And so I was like, oh, okay, sure, that was fine. I didn't think about it at the time because I didn't think it mattered. But for the first thing, like, okay, yeah, I should have like checked 100% with Melina, but like this.
Other examples of threats and sexual misconduct made by Destiny are plentiful, but the general point is this. Destiny has a very bad history when it comes to sharing intimate material of people that he is sexually involved with without their consent, and of using the threat of their release to keep people in line. If this brings a certain Diddy to mind, you are not alone. Like with Diddy, when people speak out about Destiny's misconduct, the responses vary from silence to dismissal to outright threats of exposing their intimate information and media. Unlike with Diddy, these aren't just allegations, we have the receipts. In 2023, Destiny's wife Melina publicly separated from him. In response, Destiny went on stream and indicated multiple times that he was confident that Melina would not leak any unsavory details about the relationship to the public because he too had compromising information on her and law.
No, I haven't. I wanted to a while back. I heard like they did a major update to the game, right?
Logs that would seriously harm Melina's reputation if they
I'm just playing. I play Starfield just to kind of like wander around space. It's, you know, for me it's just kind of like a filler kind of thing. You know, I like the environments and I just like wandering around aimlessly. Starfield is at least good for that. It's good with Phantom Liberty. I heard like the game took like a major jump sometime in the past year with a major update they did, but I have not played it yet. But I used to watch my buddy Blaze from Ohio. I don't know if anybody would know here who that is, but Phantom Liberty. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably definitely check it out at some point. It goes on sale or something.
Were revealed, whereas since his
why do you think this lawsuit thing's not going to stick? Because I think I saw it. There was like a Pixie came out with a Substack today. Or was it today? I don't know if it was today, but even Pixie came out with a Substack saying that she was going to sue him. I don't know if Pixie is the main claimant of the entire lawsuit, but
his reputation around relationships was already so low, he would be effectively immune to the consequences.
Why do you think that she isn't going to leak or talk shit? Melina will not leak or talk shit about any of this because she knows that everything about this makes her look like a f***ing satanic demon. She knows that. She's threatened it a million times, like, I'm going to start leaking everything. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay, if you really want to, holy f***, because my reputation is already zero in regards to our relationship. Everybody thinks I'm a horrible piece of shit. We want to start leaking shit, we can do it.
Fast forward to November 2024. Due to the solo leaks, it has come to light that Destiny has been sharing intimate private messages, nude images, and pornographic videos with a 19-year-old OnlyFans creator called Rose, who he was sexually interested in at the time. Rose leaked these to a Discord and Kiwi Farms user called Solo Leaks, who may, for all we know, be Rose herself, who then published them to Discord and to Kiwi Farms. These leaks included intimate romantic and sexual DMs between Destiny and Lord Southern, who Destiny had long denied being romantically involved with while she became increasingly present in his public personal life and on stream, despite being publicly at odds with each other politically on the surface. Destiny even once described her activism as involving, quote-unquote, drowning refugees. These DMs revealed that, in fact, Destiny and Lauren Southern had been mutually declaring their love and admiration for each other, including expressing intentions to separate from their respective partners to marry each other. All of this was happening behind the scenes, despite Destiny publicly claiming to his audience that he and Lauren were not involved, and while he was publicly accusing his wife Melina of lying and of being controlling privately when she would express displeasure about the relationship and when she requested that Destiny stop associating with Southern. In addition to these leaks, which not only severely compromised Lauren Southern's career and personal life, but also established that Destiny was lying when he accused his wife of being delusional and controlling about the affair, Solo Leaks also published a massive dump of revenge pornography, which featured various sexual encounters with numerous men and women that Destiny had recorded and sent to Rose as part of their flirtations, which incidentally include references to how he recorded other people not included in the dump, including a recording of a sexual encounter with someone he met on the gay dating app Grindr with no mention of having alerted this person to the fact that they were being recorded. Note, it is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state of Florida.
No, because Pixie doesn't have the money to fight Destiny's court. That's true. Yeah. And also the fact leaks come from someone being hacked, not from Destiny leaking it publicly himself. Surely he can be held liable for sending the videos to someone else non-consensually, but he never leaked it himself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there. Yo, what's up, Trash? How you doing? Not that much, man. New Year, same slop. Just kind of recovering from a week of fucking sickness, man. How you doing?
So to recap, Destiny, who has a long history of threatening associates, friends, and family with public humiliation and exposure through releasing revenge pornography and intimate messages, actually did leak a tremendous quantity of compromising, sexually humiliating messages, images, and videos featuring other people to at least one person without their consent. These were then publicly leaked, and the reaction has been total silence. Nothing. Historically, Destiny has always been boldly willing to threaten leaking private intimate material, such as during his separation from his wife, or to expose nude images to retaliate against women he was slandering, like Anna, or even just for the sheer pleasure of it, as in the case of Blue Tea mentioned earlier, where the only purpose was revenge. This time, however, somehow, there is nothing. Not by Destiny, nor by anybody else. No streams, no video exposés, no tweets by any notable figures denouncing what is an obvious massive breach in ethics and consent. Nothing. Which begs the question, why? Why is everyone being so silent about something that by all rights should be a massive sex and abuse scandal about one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures? As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new. At the center of this scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community to conceal and hide his wrongdoings by any and all means. This includes deleting any mentions of the leaks on Discord and Reddit, obfuscating the issue by acting as if the leaks only contain private sexual behaviors and therefore aren't anyone else's business, or even offering money to the victims in exchange for their silence. Now, if one were to say that the creators around Destiny were simply remaining silent about this scandal in order to continue to capitalize on their friendship with Destiny and have access to his audience, this would be a misleading oversimplification. Some people are doing that for sure, and some people in fact are even going out of their way to run interference to protect Destiny from the consequences of his actions. But this is not a story about the nefarious deeds of evil men and women, but about power. And it turns out that in fact a lot of people are simply afraid. Afraid of what they have a moral right or a public sanction to say given the sensitive nature of these leaks, and afraid of the retribution of Destiny and those in his audience if they say something that angers him. A very large creator in YouTube commentary called Nicholas DeOrio, disgusted at the obvious sexual abuse and public coercion he was witnessing coming from Destiny and his defenders, and frustrated by the fact that people were beginning to lump him in with the others who were actively covering for Destiny, reached out to me directly to clarify why he was not being more vocal. He told me that, due to the sensitive nature of the material, despite being very confident about Destiny's guilt, he was very conflicted about coming forward against Destiny on behalf of the victims in this story without them voluntarily coming forward first. This was for two reasons. First, Destiny has a history of persuading his victims to come to his defense during a scandal. This happened once when a creator called Mr. Girl infamously attempted to accuse Destiny of lying about his relationship with Anna Voir. And in response, Destiny produced recent DMs between himself and Anna in which he got her to say that her own quoted claims against Destiny were false. And here it is notable that the fact that these DMs were between the alleged abuser and his victim did not seem to affect their credibility in the eyes of his audience. And second, because of Destiny's ability to use his hold over his massive audience to deal serious reputational and financial damage to people who he feels have slighted him. Nicholas refers explicitly here to the reputational damage Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called ChudLogic when he was approached by Destiny's now ex-wife Melina to give her side of the story about the Lauren Southern affair.
So, I mean,
I will say, Chud, I love Chud. You know, I met Chud. He's a cool guy. But he picked a hell of a week to take a vacation. Picked a hell of a week. I think he's off for, I think he started his vacation like a day or two ago.
Privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from this guy, waiting for this bomb to go off. But I don't want to be the one to fucking light it. But I mean,
No, what's up, Birdman? No, I was traveling during the holidays, so I went to New York for like 2.5 weeks, and then I was in Florida for a few days, and then I got back a week ago, but I've been sick, like really just bedridden sick for the past week, so I just have not been in a state of mind or state of anything really to stream. So I just took the whole week off. I mean, I was working, but you know, the good thing is I work from home remotely, so no. But how you doing?
I feel stupid. I sent Destiny like a message of support at the beginning of this,
Really?
like about his dick getting leaked, not about this part of it. Like, oh, it's a shame that your fucking dick got leaked or whatever, which I guess is still valid.
I didn't
but,
realize how bad it was initially. I thought the big thing was the Lauren Southern leaks. I thought, oh, he's got sex tapes. Okay, surprise, surprise.
Well, in the back of my head, I was thinking, why would all these people consent to their fucking nudes being exchanged?
Well, the answer
why
is they
would that
wouldn't.
even happen? They would absolutely not. They absolutely wouldn't. And it's like, and I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking, it's a huge risk to even discuss it because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community. But I legitimately think if it ever comes up, I absolutely think that's career ending. And I don't think that could be defended. And if it can be defended by his community, it would fucking completely destroy. I mean, yeah, his reputation's in the toilet. It could be lower.
It could be. It's also it's in the toilet with people who care to know.
Yeah, no, I think this is a viral everyone story, video, like community-wide story. If this cover-up ever comes out,
What specifically would have to happen to trigger some kind of, you know, determinate position on this in public for you?
I mean, I'll be super candid about it. You would need to talk.
Yeah, would you have to talk publicly, or do you just have to see it?
No, I think I've already seen it. I think she needs to talk publicly because if anything, if it comes down to it and Destiny convinces her privately to take that other... Look what happened with ChudLogic and Lauren Southern. He had Melina coming to him and telling him these things directly. And he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of the slack and like help him out, right, to keep him afloat. Or he could just leak those messages and be justified immediately, and it would start like a huge conflict. And I guess he did the right thing by loyalty, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you don't have the person, then it's you fighting on behalf of somebody else. And I've seen this go down so many times with content creators where if they don't have the support of the actual victim in the situation, you're fighting a losing battle from day one.
So principally your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial / audience hit if you were to do
Well, I think there's a genuine risk that I'm going to get left out to dry here. Because if she doesn't say anything, or even worse, if she comes out and says it's not true, then I'm fucked.
A lot of people who would otherwise potentially be ready to support the victims of Destiny's systemic abuse of female and male colleagues are stuck between wanting to call foul on some truly reprehensible behavior and the realization that if they did, there are so many ways to spin them as the villains through Destiny's further manipulation of the victims and of his massive following. Two particularly aggressive defenders of Destiny have been Not So Erudite and Dan Saltman, who are both colleagues and close members of his inner circle. Both have gone out of their way either to dissuade attempts to bring up the issue of Destiny's non-consensual sharing of intimate material of other people publicly, or to directly discourage his victims from speaking out or taking legal action. A major consequence of Destiny's silence and the silence of the people around him on this issue is that all of the negative consequences for these leaks have been borne by the victims, who are still being publicly shamed and harassed as I speak. However, faux concern for their well-being and their wishes to remain as anonymous and private as possible has been used to shut down any discussion where Destiny might be held responsible for endangering them in the first place. The perverse result is that Destiny's crimes against these people are effectively being weaponized as their own defense against others who would call him out for them. For example, when one community member known as Fairy Queen questioned Not So Erudite's continued association with Destiny, given the revelation that he had been sharing porn of people he streams with without their consent, and given Not So Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Not So Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes and that they didn't want any additional attention. And so therefore, Not So Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place and for personally continuing to profit from the reputation of Destiny by whom she was employed. When pressed on this, Not So Erudite promptly terminated the conversation. But it turns out that Not So Erudite was telling the truth when she said she was communicating on behalf of the victims, because as it turns out, she was from very early on the primary middleman negotiating the price of their silence. Enter Pixie. Pixie is a tiny...
Bro, Sunday has such a fucking hard-on for fucking Erudite. Oh, man. And I met both of them at DebateCon. When was it? Not last year, but the year before that. I met Pixie and Erudite at the DebateCon after party. Or the Progressive Victory, fucking whatever. It's pretty hot, to be fair. Yes. Yeah. She looks kind of like a cat in certain angles.
Tiny streamer who, like Destiny's wife Melina, was visually identifiable in the leaks. Pixie had been working closely with Destiny since she turned 20 years old in 2019. And in addition to appearing on stream together regularly, Destiny also got her involved in paid positions organizing for canvassing projects, like with Progressive Victory, who he partnered with in 2024, and she would accompany him multiple times to large podcast appearances, such as the Whatever podcast, which he would pay for her to be flown out to. Pixie had, for a very long time, repeatedly tried to present herself as an example of a woman who could succeed as a part of Destiny's orbit, without being a member of his oft-rumored harem of women who offer him sexual favors in exchange for exposure and stream time. In light of these leaks, that image has obviously been shattered, and she has received the brunt of negative reactions to the scandal, since people who hate Destiny and hate the politics of the people in his group are eager to laugh at the hypocrisy of one of them, even if it means joining in the mass harassment of someone who is in fact a victim of revenge porn. Unfortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do. Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny. An American citizen who finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse. In fact, there is a federal law on the books as of 2022 that allows victims of non-consensual exchanging of explicit material to be compensated up to $150,000, and that's even if the leaks were not necessarily done maliciously, but only with reckless disregard for the consent of the victims. The victims may even have their identity concealed. Second, they may make a public statement denouncing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent. And in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over. And this is their right. But Pixie did not do any of these. In an exchange that I have learned has since been circulated among the entire commentary community on YouTube and virtually everyone in Destiny's circle, Not So Erudite can be seen haggling with Pixie over the amount of money that would be appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it to pressure Destiny to pay out a significant sum of money, and then later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Straight Raid was colluding to advise Destiny to offer to help her financially as penance to stave off her threats of self-harm. A situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Straight Raid has also explicitly said that she did not consider the situation serious enough to warrant a wellness check. As revealed in earlier DMs between Pixie and Destiny prior to this conversation with Not So Erudite, Pixie and her friend Straight Raid had used the specter of her impending suicide to alarm Destiny enough that he would be receptive to suggestions of financial compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that she could get as much as a $1 million payout from Destiny, which Straight Raid had to repeatedly talk her down from. The condition of this financial compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence. This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she is afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny, who also, it must be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he shared them recklessly, not maliciously. And of course, he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact, had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There has been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future. And so we can see the circuit completing itself. Destiny seeks out vulnerable women in his community who are enamored by his fame and success. He engages them intimately and records the interactions. Then he hoards these recordings and he shares them with reckless abandon, even occasionally threatening their release if the people in them do something to displease him. And when finally, the obvious result of recklessly sharing these intimate images with strangers occurs and they are publicly exposed for all to see to the detriment of these people's reputations, mental health, and safety, he is able to buy off his victims and use their purchased silence as moral ammunition to shut down anyone who would try to hold him accountable for what is clearly grossly unethical conduct. Destiny, and the web he has created around himself, is creating victims, and if it is allowed to continue, it will create more. I urge everyone to pay attention and to warn people about the danger they are putting themselves into by engaging with Destiny and his community. These are people who have been handpicked for their willingness to not just remain passive in the wake of intimate and potentially life-ruining abuse, but to also become accomplices in silencing the victims. And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment, or for financial vulnerability, allowing them to be easily paid off by Destiny for their silence. Thanks to certain individuals revealing to me the extent to which people are knowingly allowing or even actively taking part in the system of abuse and cover-up, I have realized that by withholding what I know of the situation, I am playing directly into Destiny's game. Someone needs to break the chain, or people are going to continue to be hurt. I've linked my full conversation with Nicholas DeOrio in the description of this video. As always, thank you for listening, and take care.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, regardless of how fucked up a lot of this is, I think Midas right. I mean, none of these people have enough money to go up against fucking Destiny. That's for sure. Destiny will just drown them in legal fees until they can't anymore. So here's America's golden boy. Golden boy debate, bro. Rob, and this is the last Destiny thing, I promise, but this was Rob Noor. This was only like an 8-minute video. Rob Noor came out with something, The Airing of Grievances, Part 3, Destiny. I don't know what this is about, but I'm always curious to hear what Rob Noor's got to say.
Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people.
Let's talk about Destiny.
Now, I was unable to listen to Wick's panel, but Wick had a panel where Destiny, I'm assuming, was on the right side of the argument, and that was that there is one amount of infighting, very similar to the Israel-Palestine infighting that's going on in the Democratic Party. You now have the people that are celebrating the idea of shooting the United Healthcare CEO, and those that realize that that's unhinged insanity, and it will cost their party mightily if this is deemed the normal attitude of a Democratic voter. Destiny, I believe, is in the latter portion of that, and he is correct in that debate. And he made a very eloquent post that I saw someone post. I'm blocked by him, by the way, on X. He rage quits when I do a debate with him, then he blocks. We get it. Anyways, I did see someone reposted, one of his fans or whatever reposted a little 1.5-minute clip where he talks about why he's sort of against this mentality. And you could go watch it for yourself, but this is the gist of what he's saying. Even if we personally find things abhorrent or immoral, we have sort of a normalcy of what we consider normal behavior in our society. So if you think that working for...
I mean, Rob Nord just doesn't give any fucks, man. Look at these pillows in the background, this bed unmade. I mean, look, my bed's not made right now, okay, but it doesn't matter because you don't see it. You just see me in this fucking picture, you know? If I'm gonna feature things in my videos, it's gonna be probably a well-kept room, you know? Pixie takes action against Destiny, and Destiny takes action against 19-year-old E-girl who got hacked, and then the girl who has to go after Kiwi for... Right, yeah, exactly. For being the reason she got hacked, but that's an impossible test, so it's just a chain of lawsuits that harms Pixie and Rose more than it does us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I forgot about the Kiwi farm shit, yeah. Yeah. That's probably going to go nowhere then. I wonder if it'll do anything. You know what? I don't even think... I think people... on the internet are just, I mean, when you have this kind of reach, you just become bulletproof. You know, fucking, look at Vosh. Vosh, you know, I mean, he's not getting sued or anything, but, you know, after all of his shit, he's still getting anywhere between 5,000 and 8,000 people in his stream every day. This whole shit with Destiny, I think Destiny might literally be just fucking digitally bulletproof. Like, I don't think he's going to lose any kind of subscribers for this, any kind of viewership. He can use Rose's wallet to fill Pixie's wallet if he loses one lawsuit and realizes he can't win the other. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But nothing happens. I mean, you know, look at... Who's the other guy? The guy that moved over to Rumble. With the fucking mustache. I forget his name. Dr. Disrespect, right? Like, you know, that guy's full time on Rumble now, and he's still fucking crushing 20k viewership or some shit. I don't know. Maybe nothing is no winning here for anyone but Destiny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If anything, Destiny's gonna win from all of this stuff. But I don't think this Rob Nord video is hitting the kind of spot I thought it was going to. I know they got their beefs. What else is here? Oh, I got some Steve Shives stuff. Steve Shives, you know, past couple days has been has been tearing in. Let's see here. Steve Shives. Oh, he did. Okay, so he did. Steve Shives made a video about Elon doing the mustache salute. But this one's a little bit long. It's only like 17 minutes, but he made two more that I wanted to check out that are a little bit shorter. They're only like 5-6 minutes. New house rules for Trump voters from your local bartender.
Well, hey there. You look like you've almost recovered from New Year's Eve. Yeah, the guy who was your designated driver that night came in here the other day and said you puked 4 times on the way home, which is quite something, seeing as how you only live like 5 minutes from here, don't you? That was my fault, as much as yours. I should have cut you off earlier than I did.
From now on, I'll factor in your personal irresponsibility a lot more heavily. Anyway, good to see you again. You seem happy. Oh, and I bet I know what you're smiling at, too. Your guy is getting inaugurated next week, ain't he? Yeah. I thought I remembered you saying you voted for him, loudly and drunkenly and repeatedly. Oh, hey, that reminds me. I'll get you whatever you want in a second, but real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just saying this in a general way to all the Trump voters who come in here for at least the next 4 years, okay? A few new House rules. First, don't come in here complaining about how expensive groceries are. Before the election, Trump said he could bring down the price of groceries, said he could do it easily. Then after the election, all of a sudden, he's singing a different tune, talking about how hard it is to lower prices. I do not want to hear about it. You believed him when he said he could make shit less expensive. You voted for him. Now it turns out he doesn't actually have the ability to magically control the economy. If you're remotely surprised or disappointed or whatever, that's your problem. Second, I don't want to hear about how much anything else costs or how high inflation is either. The guy said he was going to put tariffs on everything under the sun. Tariffs make things more expensive. That's just how that works. If he slaps a tariff on that imported liquor you like to drink, you better get ready to pay more for it because somebody's going to have to make up the difference, and it sure as shit ain't going to be me. Third, this actually might apply specifically to you because you're a contractor, right? I thought so. If he goes through with these mass deportations he's been talking about, don't come in here pissing and moaning about how hard it is to find day laborers or how much more you're spending in wages because all the undocumented workers you were paying under the table are gone. You voted for him. It's your own fault. You have no right to complain, especially since it's probably the only campaign promise he's even going to try to keep. Fourth, from now on, I don't want to hear a single word from you against someone who has broken the law, who has committed a crime and gotten away with it or gotten off easy or anything like that, because Trump was a convicted felon months before the election. You voted for him anyway. Last week, he got sentenced on that conviction. The sentence was absolutely nothing. And if being sentenced to nothing for a felony and getting to be president after ain't getting away with it, I don't know what the fuck getting away with it even means. Fifth, if I hear the words, your body, my choice, come out of your fucking mouth, I'll ban you for life after I break your arm. And don't even think about calling the cops on me because I can make it look like an accident. Sixth, when he doesn't actually annex Greenland or Panama or Canada, I don't want to hear about it because the fact that he's a bullshit artist who just likes to shoot his mouth off ain't news to me and shouldn't be news to you. Seventh, I'm not putting Fox News on the television. Don't even ask. Eighth, if by chance he does invade Greenland or Panama or Canada and ends up starting World War III, I don't want to hear about that either, because besides being a bullshit artist, he's also got shit for brains. He's the last person who should ever be put in charge of the military, which he is for the next 4 years, thanks to you who voted for him, despite the fact that he's obviously got shit for brains. Ninth, slight change to the dress code of the establishment. From now on, MAGA hats are only permitted when worn in conjunction with an N95 face mask. And 10th, just a general rule to cover everything else I didn't mention specifically for the next 4 years, or however long he's president, or however long J.D. Vance is president, if it comes to that. If you voted for Trump, I don't want to hear any whining or belly aching about anything he does because you thought he wouldn't do that, or doesn't do because you thought he would do it. Anything he says, any ruling the Supreme Court makes, anything to do with Trump that you're not happy about because nobody put a gun to your head, you knew who he was, everybody knew who he was, and you voted for him anyway, motherfucker. So if you want to come in here and tell me all about your shitty day at work, or how your kid's failing out of school, or moan and groan about the Orioles or the Nats or the Ravens or the Commanders or whatever other fucking sports team you follow, please don't hesitate to come in here, order a drink, and bend my ear. I will listen. I will be your shoulder to cry on, for I am your bartender, and that, along with selling booze, is my job. But from now on, save any whining about Trump for your fucking spouse if they haven't left you yet, or your fucking bathroom mirror if you can still stand the sight of your own reflection, or your prayers if after all of this, you're still fool enough to believe anyone's fucking listening. Now, what can I get you?
Oh man. Yeah, that's Steve Shives. You ever seen Steve Shives before? He's a fucking legend, man. He's an internet legend. My MAGA cousin calls to gloat about Trump's inauguration. Let's see. How many views is he getting? He's well, he's at almost 300k subscribers. This video, this came out 8 days ago. It's got 500,000 views. Yeah, I mean, he does numbers. That's for sure. Steve Shives is ancient. Yeah, exactly. He does numbers though. I mean, that bartender video, 500,000 views. He does numbers. You know, this one just this cousin calls me to gloat about Trump's inauguration. One came out a day ago. He's already at 50k. He's around at Gamergate. Yeah. He's been around for a minute. But I only recently rediscovered him because I watched an interview with Milo Yiannopoulos. I think it was Alex Stein. And it reminded me, like, anytime I see Milo, it reminds me of like those figureheads from back in like the 10 years ago, like the anti-SJW era. And still, I mean, Steve Shives is not anti-SJW, but he was like, he was the other side of the coin. He would be the person that the anti-SJWs would make videos about constantly, especially him. Being all like video games are sexist and this is bad. Yeah, exactly. But he's doing numbers on YouTube still. But I when I saw that Milo interview, I was like, what's up with fucking Bering and all these, like all those people from like 10 years ago, Armored Skeptic, all those people. And then I was like, who else was around? And I was like, oh, what about Steve Shives? And then I checked it out and I was like, holy shit, he's still going. You could hire a guy to beat me. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Hello?
Hey, man. Rise and shine.
Rodney, what the hell, man?
Oh, what? I can't call my cousin on America's big day?
It's a little early, don't you think?
I thought you got up early anyway.
My alarm is set for 5. It's 3:15.
You need to be up anyway, man.
What for? And how the hell are you up this early?
I ain't been to bed yet. How am I supposed to get to sleep? It's like Christmas Eve. Santa Claus is coming to town, man.
Yeah, except instead of leaving gifts, he takes away civil liberties.
Why are you so triggered, man?
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm a little irritable since you called and woke me up in the middle of the goddamn night.
Told you being woke was a bad thing.
Bye, Rodney. God damn it. Hello?
You excited, man?
Excited? I wouldn't say that, no.
Sour grapes.
Sour grapes?
Liberal tears.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Y'all just sore losers.
We're sore losers.
Yeah.
When your side lost last time, a bunch of you stormed the Capitol.
No, man, I
was a peaceful protest.
They were on video, smashing windows and breaking down doors and marauding through the Capitol building like a mob. They attacked police officers. The whole world saw it. Hundreds of people went to prison over it.
Day of love.
Whatever, man. I gotta...
Ought to be celebrating, man.
What is to celebrate?
Peaceful transfer of power.
Funny how peaceful it is when your side is coming in instead of getting kicked out.
Times change, man. Part of life. Gotta be a grown-up about it.
You mean like you were a grown-up about Brooks and Dunn breaking up?
Why'd you have to bring that up for, man? Brooks and Dunn.
What are you crying about now? They got back together.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
That's not even a Brooks and Dunn song. Look, I gotta go. I need to start my workout.
Yeah, go work on your washboard abs, you fucking fat.
Oh my god.
Why did I promise Grandma I wouldn't cut him off? I could have told her to pick another dying wish.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife.
You're not allowed to see your children and your wife.
Hold it, Harry. It's a plant from the Urtica family. Strong stuff.
Yeah.
Any better? Yeah, much better. Way, way better. I mean, it's still rough around the edges, but I'm leagues ahead of where I was over the past few days, yeah. Get damn conservatard owned. No, but Steve Shives did an Elon video about the mustache salute today, so we're gonna watch that next.
Is this Stephen Shives?
Did you want something?
This is the Maryland State Police. Your DNA has been found at a murder scene, and we need you to come in and answer some questions.
The phone displays your name when you call, Rodney. I know it's you.
I gotcha, man. You watching it?
Watching what?
The speech, man. The inaugural address or whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. I've been working.
Hell of a speech, man. You should be watching it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll regret missing out on his Kennedyan oratory. Has he declared war on Denmark yet?
I don't think so, but I had to get up and take a piss, so maybe I missed it. You've been working. What's that mean? Watching fucking Star Trek?
There's more to my job than watching fucking Star Trek.
What are you doing?
I'm watching MacGyver.
That's a problem with you liberals, man. Don't nobody want to work for a living.
Oh, are you calling from work? Or are you still living off of your dead mother's welfare checks? By the way, which end of the shale pit did you bury her at? I want to stop and pay my respects.
Whatever, man. You need to go get a real job.
I have a real job where I talk about my opinions to a camera and I make more money than you. And I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, man. All right, let's get into it. I'm so glad that I rediscovered Steve Shives. I didn't know he was gonna that last this long. His channel is fucking doing numbers, man.
So yesterday was Inauguration Day, and of course, Donald Trump was once again sworn in to become the President of the United States. And after the inauguration, they held themselves a rally at the Capital One Arena, which used to be called the MCI Center. I was actually there about 25 years ago, a little over 25 years ago, for Starrcade 1999. I was in attendance to witness Goldberg kicking Bret Hart in the head so hard that it gave him a concussion, which forced him to retire a few weeks later and probably led to him having a stroke at some point after that as well. And now I can say, well, at least that is no longer the most depressing thing to ever happen at the MCI Center. One of the speakers at the rally was one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters and an unofficial member of his cabinet, I guess, Elon Musk. And what has been making the news and generating all the chatter is not anything in particular that Elon Musk said, but rather something he did, a little gesture that Elon Musk made during his remarks twice, actually. And I'm going to show you the video so you can see, just in case you haven't seen it yet, what Elon Musk did. But before I show you, I just want to issue a little content warning for something that, if it's not Nazi shit, it sure looks a hell of a lot like it. See what I mean?
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it looks like to me. And it's not just me either. And it's not just folks who agree with me, like progressives and people on the left side of the political spectrum, because a lot of Elon's defenders and a lot of Trump supporters and a lot of centrists and moderates and let's not make a big deal out of this type of people are swarming in to say, oh, come on, he was just making a gesture to indicate, well, it's what he said in the speech. His heart goes out to the people who helped to elect Donald Trump, and he was just making a gesture of his heart going out to people, right? There was no intention for any kind of fascist salute or Roman salute. You're just reading too much into it. So I just want to point out.
Oh, what's up, T-Bird? Bad? Bad what? What's going on?
And it's not just people on my side of the spectrum, the political spectrum, who are watching this video and saying, oh, dude just did a Sieg Heil. It's not just us. You know who else is thinking that that was intended as a Nazi salute by Elon Musk? Nazis! From Rolling Stone by Tim Dickinson, headline, right-wing extremists are abuzz over Musk's straight-arm salute. Quoting from the article, regardless of whether the South Africa-born Musk intended the salute as a Sieg Heil salute favored by the followers of Adolf Hitler in World War II, as some online commentators have suggested, it was clearly received that way by extremists online. Christopher Pohlhaus, the leader of the notorious neo-Nazi group Blood Tribe, posted the clip of Musk's salute on Telegram with a lightning bolt emoji, evocative of the Nazi SS, and the caption, I don't care if this was a mistake, I'm going to enjoy the tears over it. Another neo-Nazi leader, Christopher Hood, who founded the New England Race Separatist Movement, NSC 131, also posted the clip to Telegram with the emojis, exclamation point, question mark, and laughing smiley face. Andrew Torba is the founder of the far-right Christian nationalist social media platform Gab, which pioneered AI-powered Nazi chatbots. He shared the clip on his account with the caption, incredible things are happening already, LMAO. Far-right author Keith Woods, whom the Southern Poverty Law Center has called a self-described ethno-nationalist and anti-Semite, shared the clip in a post on X, writing, okay, maybe woke really is dead. Thomas Sewell, an Australia-based neo-Nazi, whose Telegram avatar is a picture of himself throwing a Roman salute, posted the video of Musk calling it a Donald Trump white power moment. The Proud Boys Ohio chapter posted a clip of the Musk video to its Telegram channel with the text, Hail Trump! A chapter of the white nationalist group White Lives Matter posted a note of appreciation on Telegram, along with a picture of a banner drop the group had previously executed at a freeway overpass reading, Elon Musk, stop white genocide. The Telegram caption read, thanks for sometimes hearing us, Elon. The white flame will rise again. So, it looks to a lot of us like Elon was doing a Nazi salute. It looks to a lot of actual fucking Nazis that Elon was doing a Nazi salute, or at least that it was close enough that they are celebrating and having a great time in the wake of it. But maybe he didn't really do a Nazi salute, right? Maybe it was an accident. Because people are saying, come on, he's socially awkward. He was just doing the my heart goes out to you thing. Like I said before, he's socially awkward. He has autism. How dare you accuse him of being a Nazi? He's autistic and socially awkward. I have friends who are on the autism spectrum. I follow people on social media who are on the autism spectrum and who speak quite openly about their experiences as autistic people. And not everybody's the same. There are different experiences for different people who have autism, just as there are different experiences for everybody. And people who are neuroatypical in all kinds of different ways. Where are the other autistic people or neuroatypical people more broadly? Where are the videos of all of them accidentally throwing up Nazi salutes? If it's just social awkwardness. How about this? Where are all the videos and pictures of all the Democrats and leftists and liberals and left of center people accidentally throwing up fucking Nazi salutes? I haven't seen very many of those. Have you? Or throwing up other white power associated symbols, quote unquote, by accident. Seems like it's always people on the right who are accidentally throwing up Nazi signs. Funny how that works. I guess they're just socially awkward in a very particular way that is totally unrelated to their politics and their shitty views on race, right? That's probably it. That's the more plausible explanation. Let me ask you this. If it's because Elon Musk is socially awkward, if it's because Elon Musk is autistic, was that also the reason why Musk endorsed the far-right AfD party in Germany? That is, in the opinion of a lot of people, the closest modern-day equivalent in Germany to the Nazi party? Was that his socially awkward autism kicking in? Is that why he endorsed them and said they are the only party that can save Germany? You think maybe that's related to the salute? Or are they just completely unrelated? It's all just Elon's social. It's all completely innocent. It's all completely innocent. Or the fact that he has publicly endorsed and defended a British neo-Nazi, Tommy Robinson. The fact that he has repeatedly endorsed and pushed and promoted and defended Nazis doing and saying Nazi shit has nothing to do with the fact that he just apparently made a Nazi salute at a speech at a Donald Trump rally, completely by accident. Socially awkward. How dare we come to that conclusion that Elon Musk just made a fucking Nazi salute twice in front of a crowd of people on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration for his second term as president? How dare we? We're just blowing things out of proportion. Right? We're just seeing stuff that's not really there. Elon Musk, who has been accused of anti-Semitism by the Anti-Defamation League. Elon Musk, who has promoted anti-Semitic conspiracy theories about George Soros, who replied to a tweet from a neo-Nazi on Twitter who accused Jewish people of promoting hate against white people with, and this is Elon's quote, "You have said the actual truth." But no reason whatsoever to conclude that he meant it as a Nazi salute when he did the straight arm gesture at the speech, right? We're just jumping to conclusions. We're just being uncharitable to poor innocent Elon Musk, who has never given any indication that he has any far-right anti-Semitic Nazi-esque views in his life, right? Here's another question that I've seen a few people ask in defense of Elon. The people who say, well, he obviously wasn't doing a Nazi salute, or he wasn't intending to do a Nazi salute. They say this, they say, why would he do that? Why would Elon Musk make a Nazi salute? Just out in the open like that. Why would he do that? I don't know. Maybe because he believes a bunch of Nazi shit. Maybe because he wants to signal to all the Nazis watching that they're on the same side, that him and Donald have got their backs, that they're all in this together. Why else do people make fucking Nazi salutes? To let the other Nazis around know that you're on the same team. But why would he do that? Why would he do that in public with the whole world watching on TV? Knowing that he would be accused of doing that? Knowing that a bunch of people would see it and go, holy shit, and Elon Musk just made a Nazi salute? Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he do that at this point? If he feels he has to, he can just deny it. And as you've seen, a whole bunch of people, including a bunch of well-meaning doofuses in the center, will rush to his defense and say, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's not assume it was a Nazi salute. There are other plausible explanations. He's socially awkward. He has autism. It's ableist to say it was a Nazi salute. And why would he do it in the first place? Who's going to stop him? He's speaking at a rally after the inauguration of Donald Trump, who just got elected to a second term as president after he already had a first term as president that was one of the worst terms any president ever had in the entire history of the United States. So why wouldn't Elon Musk feel completely at liberty to make a Nazi salute, knowing that if push came to shove, he could just deny it anyway? The real question that we should be asking ourselves is, what are we going to do about it? And that's my question to you. If you, like me, believe that Elon Musk meant that shit as some Nazi shit, or at the very least, he's way too comfortable doing some shit that looks an awful lot like Nazi shit, he's way too comfortable winking at the Nazis, if that bothers you, if that upsets you, if that worries you, and by the way, it fucking should, if you're in that boat with me, and with I'm assuming most of the people who are going to watch this video, what are you going to do about it? And I'm not advocating violence, and I'm not advocating any kind of civil uprising or uncivil uprising. I'm asking, and especially to every single person watching this who either didn't vote in November or who voted for someone other than the Democratic candidate for president, for whatever reason, for whatever noble reason you think you had a chance to stop him then, and you chose not to. You had a chance if you didn't vote, especially if you live in a swing state, especially if you live in Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or Michigan. You had a chance to stop this then. And you chose not to. And I'm not saying that to jump on your ass. And I'm not.
Yeah, I'm playing. This is Starfield. I'm just. I anytime I open up Starfield, I'm just kind of like fucking around and, you know, not really. I just like jumping around in space with no gravity, shooting weird looking monsters. Sounds like this fucktard's making a call for action. Denying. Oh man. Yeah, this is Steve Shives. Yeah, I didn't know. I think I rediscovered Steve Shives. It was a couple months ago. Like, right, it was around like probably Thanksgiving or Halloween, sometime between like late October, early November. I was like, wow, he's still going. I don't think it's plausible Elon intentionally did something that looked like a Nazi salute just to bait this reaction. Though again, I would say it's not a Nazi salute, though. The just looks. I mean, it looks pretty. You know, it looks pretty that. You know, it looks like that. It's what it looks like. But I don't think he did that salute. Yeah, I don't think anybody actually thinks he did it. Making up for the H-1B debacle.
I'm not saying that to make you feel like a shit. Okay, maybe a little bit. My main reason for saying it, if you are one of those people who didn't vote for the Democratic candidate for president last time, and you're upset at this, is to tell you that hopefully, we'll just have to see, won't we? But hopefully, in less than 4 years, you have a chance to do something about it again. Actually, in less than 2 years, because we have midterm elections coming up. In 2026, you have a chance to do something to ameliorate it then by helping to elect Democratic majorities in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. And then 2 years after that, in 2028, you have a chance to stop it again by voting for the Democratic candidates in all of those elections and for president. So are you going to do it? I sure hope so. And to the Democratic Party, because I don't just want to yell at the voters and non-voters, although I seriously and sincerely believe that the people I was just yelling at for the past few minutes absolutely have it coming. But so do you, Democratic Party, Democratic establishment especially. All of you who had a hand in pushing Kamala Harris to the center and to the right, and Kamala Harris herself for going along with it. You need to screw your asses on. You need to find your fucking spines, and you need to recognize what this is and what is facing us these next 2 to 4 years. And you need to plant your feet and get ready to fight it. And when it comes election time, you need to get ready to tell the voters of the United States why they should vote for you. And why, when Republicans lie about you, like they did this past time, why they're lying instead of just clamming up like most Democrats did when Trump ran thousands of anti-trans ads and accused the Democratic Party of being super woke and radical left and all in for trans people. And you were just fucking silent about it. When what you should have done was A, called out their bigotry and said the reason why they're attacking trans people is because they're bigots and fearmongers. And then instead of running on, oh, we're not actually that pro-trans after all, don't be scared, we're not actually that pro-trans, you should have stood up and said, yes, we are pro-trans, and here's why. Yes, we are pro-immigration. We're not just going to do more Republican shit at the border. We are pro-immigration. And here's why. And here's why you should be too. And here's why you shouldn't be afraid of immigrants. And here's why you shouldn't be afraid of trans people. And why you shouldn't be tolerant of people who are bullying them and vilifying them. Or any other marginalized group. Stand up. Be the party that you say you are and the party that we all need you to be and want you to be. Because the question that I just posed to all those non-voters who sat out the last election and helped to enable this shit that happened today and everything else that's going to happen during the Trump administration, it's the same question I have to the Democratic Party. What the fuck are you going to do about it? And are you going to watch this and realize that you could have done more to stop this last time and you didn't? And make sure that you do not make the same mistake next time, because it's not just you as a party and as a political entity that suffers. It's all of us who suffer for your failures to stand up and do what's right. And that goes for those voters who didn't stand up and do what's right. And it goes for the Democratic Party who didn't give more of them a reason to do it and do it themselves. Hopefully, you'll get another opportunity in the next few years. And hopefully this time you don't fuck it up.
Well. Well. Telling everyone Elon did the Roman salute, so that shit is just normal now. Yeah. Do you think it's plausible Elon intentionally did something? Yep. Who the fuck does he think he is? That's Steve Shives. That's who he thinks he is. But he supports H1B because he believes high caste Indians are Aryan. Oh man. Trying to figure out how being pro-immigration makes any sense from a left-wing perspective, since being left-wing has all to do with economics only, right? How that good for workers. Look, all lefties just can't comprehend the prospect of the Overton window on social issues actually moving right in any significant way. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've definitely never talked about it in the context of the Overton window, but I mean, I just view it as fucking, we're all kind of like on a highway, and Democrats or progressives or whatever are usually foot on the gas, right? And then obviously the other side of that coin is pushing the brakes. But it's like, well, I mean, you can't just always push on the gas, You're going to have to put on the brakes at some point. And depending on how fucking long you've been pushing on the gas, you might have to have some kind of equal response with the brakes at some point. Or at least, the sentiment of the country at this time. I can definitely see why they hit the culture war shit so hard during the election. Share videos left wing. It's a left wing only if it's like 10 minutes. Like I'm not gonna be on much longer. I gotta go to bed because I gotta work in like 5 or 6 hours. And I'm not trying to do these fucking 4 a.m. sessions anymore. Unless it's the weekend. I mean, if it's the weekend, I'll stream until the fucking sun comes up. I don't care. But new year, new me. Not doing any more fucking 4 a.m. streaming sessions on a Monday or Tuesday. But also you won't be able to share. You can share the link, but it won't come up. So you have to like break it up. So put like www space and then just paste the rest of the link or whatever. But only like I said, only if it's like a 10-minute thing. I'm not watching a fucking 40-minute lefty video. It's just not happening. Since the end of World War II, they basically just continuously won on this front. I think the idea of the state affairs may not last forever is perhaps hard to grasp. Well, yeah, I mean, like for a century, we've been moving in a progressive direction for a century, and I'm not even opposed to a lot of the progressive direction that the country's moved in over the course of many decades. But yeah, no, I've brought this point up multiple times. You can't just think that, well, that's what we're used to. We're used to just progressive direction the whole time. I just don't. It can't be sustainable. Can't be sustainable. I think this election proved it. Oh my God. It's a real? Okay. Actually, let me see. Is this, what is this, Instagram or what is this? I mean, that link, I appreciate that you broke up the link a little bit, but I don't even know what the rest of the link is supposed to be. It just says real / and then the rest of the stuff. So, or you can just like, whisper it to me, whisper it on fucking, on Twitch. It's Instagram. Okay. Let me see. How is that a lefty thing, man? That is good, though. How is that a lefty thing? Oh, that's good. Oh, lefty thing was 1 hour. Yeah, no, I figured that was the case. You know, I don't. You know, keep it in the back pocket for another day. But I just don't have time to do an hour video. Let's see.
Communique from the throne of eternal hierarchical truth to all proper subjects of the natural order. Emergency alert. Another leftist egalitarian socialist degenerate has emerged from the communist-infiltrated streaming networks. This Hasanabi, democratic egalitarian socialist mind control operator, is spreading his weak-willed democratic poison through the ethereal waves.
Oh, man. That's good. Man, oh man. Yeah, what's up, Nerdity? How's the Starfield? Yeah. I mean, I play Starfield very passively. I just like, it just, for me, it's just, it allows me to shut my mind off so I can just listen to something. You know, it's not like, I'm not paying attention to any of the quests or anything. I'm just running around shooting stuff and kind of enjoying the anti-gravityness of things. But how you doing, Nerdity? What's going on? Everyone's spamming that shit for like 10 minutes afterward. So people suggested Hassan mod me. That would have been pretty funny. That would have been awesome, dude. That would have been amazing. Yeah. It's good to know you have that kind of reach. You know, could come in handy at some point. Oh man. I gotta go. I wanna get at least 5 hours. 5 hours? Yeah, 5 hours. I get that. It goes just wind it down for the night. Yeah, exactly. Well, I've been streaming for like 2 hours now. I got a 2.5 at like almost. I gotta go. I gotta work in 5 hours. So, and this is my first stream back. I'm still really congested, a little bit weak, just because I haven't been moving at all. I've been literally like bedridden for a week, man. I have not gotten out of bed this whole weekend. I was literally just in bed all day. Only time I got up was to go to the fucking bathroom or to the fridge to get a Gatorade, and I literally just laid in bed. So I'm glad that I feel fortunate that I'm, you know, feeling better, but man, I still got some recoup to do. What's up, Beastie? It's been a minute. Yeah, no, I went to New York over the holidays. And I was there for a couple weeks, and I went to Florida for a few days, and then I got back a week ago, but I caught a bug at the airport, and I've just been going through it for the entire week. I've been back for a week, and I wanted to stream, but I was just no shape, man, no shape. I was a wreck. You can probably kind of hear it in my voice a little bit right now. You look great. Yeah, I don't know about that. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want to go. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll probably be on tomorrow. You know, like I said, I'm done with school now. I graduated a month ago, and that was interesting. I feel purposeless now. I feel like I need a mission. You know, my whole identity is like in complete disarray at the moment because I went from being full-time employee, full-time student, just constantly busy all the time, to now just having like so much time on my hands because I have no school that I'm like, fuck, man. Like, what is it? Now I just work and die and that's it? Like, what's my next thing? And when I was in New York, I was hanging around with some friends of mine that were musicians. And we were just like reminiscing about what it was like, you know, I would always hang around the band, go to their shows and shit. It was a buddy of mine I worked with at a restaurant. And just listen to like him tell me like this, you know, some of the stories of what's happened over the past few years. And then also I went to Florida and I saw my brother who he owns his own recording studio. He's a great musician. So I'm thinking to myself, man, like, you know, my whole life has been a series of just doing things I wish I did when I was younger, or making sure that I'm not going to fucking sit on my deathbed one day and be like, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I know I'm yapping right now, but I got all my fucking music shit right next to me. I got a fucking 49 key MIDI controller. I have an acoustic and electric right behind me. I have a complete licensed FL Studio setup on this computer. And I think like my next mission is going to figure out how do I just fucking start a band, or not even start a band, but I mean like just I don't know, get back into music. That would definitely go a long way to making sure I don't have a midlife crisis at some point. Yeah, no, I could do all this stuff. I mean, this mic is shit. This is just a streaming mic. I could buy like a good mic, you know. I'm not worried about. What I'm worried about is just me being motivated. You know, like when I came back, I wanted to hit the ground running, man. But that bug I caught at the airport just kicked me in the balls, and I didn't want to do shit for an entire week. But now I'm like, okay, you know, what do I want to do? Well, I want to do something impressive. That's what I want to do. You know, I want to do something where, you know, if I started like a small band or a small music effort that I could, you know, just, even if it was just online, even if it was just like a YouTube thing or whatever, to show to friends of mine who I respect, who are musicians, and my brother who's a musician, my dad's a musician, my other brother's a musician. And I'm not a musician, but I can play instruments, I can put sounds together, I can do all those things, but I'm not like, you know, the people I know are really talented musicians. And I've always had a million ideas for the kind of sounds and soundscapes that bounce around in my head. And I'm like, put them together, make them happen, do it, you know. And I have everything here to do it. So I think that's my new mission now. My new mission is to fucking figure out some music stuff. So there might be some streams with that coming up. We'll see. I don't know, but I just felt like so like an identity crisis now that I'm just not in school anymore. Hit the ground running, yeah, exactly. Good song. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys later. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know, it's a new world out there. So let's all fucking laugh at it together. We'll watch some more Steve Shives together. We'll all laugh at him. Right, PPG? No, I do not associate with that person anymore. That guy's absolutely done. I think he's blocked me on everything too, because even when I'm scrolling through, well, I blocked him on Kick. He came into my Kick chat one time. It was just like fucking, you know, it was after all this shit happened, and I'm like, all right, you're gone, done. That was quick. But even when I'm scrolling through, so I don't think I'd be able to see him on Kick, but even when I'm like scrolling through Twitch, fucking, you know, I don't see, he'll usually be like a channel that's on politics, right? In the politics channel, there's not many fucking people streaming in there. So I would expect that I would see him there, but, you know, I never see him in there. So maybe he, every time he creates a new account, he blocks me on it, you know, which is totally fine. I could give a fuck about that guy, dude. That guy is a fucking child and a fucking terrorist. That's what he is, man. He's a fucking child and a terrorist. I don't want to be anywhere near that man. Sleep well, catch your own. Yeah, thanks, Nerdity. I appreciate it. He gonna get deported? No. No, I think he's a citizen. I think he's a dual citizen, isn't he? Something like that. I don't know. I think he'll be all right though. But yeah, no, I'll probably be on tomorrow. So I'll probably just be on a few times this week. You know, there's just gonna be stuff to talk about, right? First few days, first 100 hours, whatever it is, first 100 days, 100 hours. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just need. I can't roll into. I mean, whatever. I work from home, so I literally roll out of bed and work. But I don't want to roll out of bed with only 2 hours of sleep. I want to get at least 5, and that's what I'm on track to get right now. So. But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys hanging out. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. But thank you, Salty, Nader, Beastie, Shang, Nerdity, Anoke, Swan, Panda, T-Bird. What's up, T-Bird? Birdman, Mida. Everybody. Nader. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah. All right, cool. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry for the fucking low effort here, but I should get my energy back in the next few days. So have a good one. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Peace.